Hello everyone, this is it. This is the throttle only test. And like usual, I've zeroed everything out to start fresh. It's going to be hard not to pedal because it just feels so natural to me to try and pedal. But I am going to try and just keep it on the throttle. I am not going to keep it full throttle the whole time. Probably, keep it between 15 and 18 miles an hour. Just to see how far we can really go. So let's get this test on the road, or the road on the test, or however you want to say it. Let's go. And like usual, I'll try and stop at 5 miles, or I won't try. I will stop at 5 miles. See what's up, see if we need to continue on further or turn around and come back because we've just depleted too much battery. And for those of you who watched my previous video on how to maximize your top speed on the RadRover 6 Plus, just so you all know, I reset this back so I could only go max 20 miles an hour on this, just in case you're one who doesn't mess with that setting and you're still curious about how far this can go if you just use throttle only. I tell you what, it is so tempting to want to pedal. I have to make a conscious effort not to, because pedaling just seems so natural. I tell you what, this bike, when you're using throttle only, really wants to run at 20 miles an hour. It doesn't like the in-between stuff. And once it gets to 20 miles an hour and you're on flat ground, it starts to back off on the wattage use, which is always a plus. All right, we're going to be coming up on the first 5 miles here in 0.2 of a mile. Now 1/10, and we'll stop over and get the data. There it is, first 5 miles, perfect bench. We'll see what's going on. Okay, it has been the first 5 miles, so let's take a look at the bike and see what it's saying. But I tell you what, it was really hard. I really had to make a conscious effort not to pedal. My legs just wanted to pedal those pedals. Pretty strange, but pretty cool. Okay, here we have 5 miles, 21 minutes. Don't need to worry about what PAS level it's in, but the battery down here says we're down 2 bars. Okay, we are down 2 bars. Usually I'm down to 1 bar, only 1 bar here. So I'm gonna do like I did last time. Go down this trail a few miles, stop and check just to make sure I don't get caught short. Let's go. One thing I kind of do worry about doing a test like this is how hot that battery might be getting, and if it overheats. Fortunately, it is kind of a cool day, probably just the low 70s help keep it cool. But at our next stop, when we check the mileage and the battery usage, we'll feel the battery and see how hot it is. Squirrely Bob! Old Squirrely Bob there wanted to be the leader there for a few feet. Okay, we are coming up on the 7.5 mile mark right around the stop sign there, just like before. And we will check the data on the bike and the temperature of the battery. About just a tenth of a mile to go. Right about there. There we go. There's 7.5 miles. Let's check things out. All right, we're at 7.5 miles. Let's check the bike data, and let's actually see if the battery is hot. All right, we're at 7.5 miles, 33 minutes. The battery says we've used 3 bars, and the battery does not feel hot at all. That's a good thing. Let's keep going. Just got to get a little off-roading in there. Oh, here comes a little more off-roading. A little quick one here. Whoa! 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 Just missed that bush. Playing with fire there. I like these little tree tunnel trails. They're pretty cool. But I will check back in with you at the 10 mile mark, and we'll see what's up. All right, we are coming up on 20 miles. I mean, 20 miles. We are coming up on 10 miles here in 2/10 of a mile. And we'll see how things are going, and we are going to check that battery to see if it warmed up from the last time, which was it was cool. It wasn't warm at all. But we are just about there, maybe right underneath these trees. Yep, there we go, 10 miles. Let's pull right over here under these oaks and see what's up. All right, we are at the 10 mile mark. Let's check out the bike, see what it says, and let's feel the battery and see if it got any warmer from the last time. Okay, we're at 10 miles, 44 minutes. We are 1, 2, 3. We're down 4 bars on the battery, and it doesn't feel any different from the 5 mile mark. One of the worries I had on this test was the battery would get too hot and overheat, because when I did the PAS5 test and I got home, I took that battery off and it was really hot. It wouldn't even charge until it cooled down for a few hours. But today it's feeling pretty cool. So we'll see at the 15 mile mark if it got any warmer. But let's go. Let's keep going down the trail. All right, we are coming up on to the 15 mile mark in 2/10 of a mile. Like usual, we'll stop, check things out, feel that battery, and see how much more further we think we can go. All right, there it is, 15 miles. Let's stop right here and check her out. All right, I am at the 15 mile mark. Let's check things out. All right, we're at 15 miles. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. All right, the battery says we use 6 bars. We've got 4 left. And there's no change in the temperature of that battery from last time. So 4 bars last time, I was able to squeeze out 4 more miles to get 19.5. Let's see if we can beat that. All right, let's see how many miles we can squeeze out of these last 4 bars. Try and beat our PAS 5 record of 19.5 miles. All right, there's 16 miles. All right, there's 17 miles. All right, there's 18 miles. All right, there's 19 miles. All right, there's 20 miles. All right, I'm gonna call it 21 miles even. I see the wattage dropping down. It's not even in the 700s now. So, let's pull over here and see the final results. Okay, there you have it. Let's take one last look at what the bike says, and we will call this throttle test done. Okay, we're at 21.1 miles, 1 hour and 39 minutes. And what do we have on the battery? 1 bar left. So there you have it, 21.1 miles on throttle only. For a guy my size, I don't think that's too bad. And I'm surprised it actually beat the PAS 5, only, you know, by half a mile or 0.6 of a mile, but that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.